back to my channel. As you guys already know, my name is Kaylee, and today we are back with a second video. I'm so happy to be doing this video with you guys because honestly, I could not decide which video I was gonna do in the first place. Like, I had all these different ideas, and then an old friend of mine actually mentioned a video, and I was like, I like that idea a lot. So today, our episode is called, let me find it, Being Your Own Unique You. And that's basically like my survival guide towards high school. These are some of the biggest problems that I see in high school, or the biggest fears in high school. And today our whole video is going to be basically about discussing them and diving deep into how you can be your best self during high school. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so first I have relationships, friendships, peer pressure, fitting in. These are all the different categories. I was going to do relationship first, but I'm actually going to do friendship first. So no matter what grade you are in, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year, we all, in the end, want to make friends. You can say you don't want that many friends. You can say you want a little bit of friends, but we've all made friendships in high school. It's just how life works. And something that I think we should really remember while making these friendships is it's okay in high school to lose friends. That is something that is so normal in high school because we're all growing up. We're all becoming different people. We're changing our minds, our mentalities, what we like, who we hang out with, our style, our fashion. All these different categories go hand in hand with friendship. For instance, my freshman year, I had someone who was very, very close with me. They were my solid rock. And it benefited me because when I left 8th grade, I had 0 friends. I was hanging with a friend group who constantly liked to pick on each other, who constantly liked to fight each other, talk bad about each other, talk smack behind each other. Girls can be really, really messy. Girls can be really, really messy. And after 8th grade, I decided I don't want my energy surrounded by these people who are not feeding into me, but bringing me down. I was crying in the bathroom. We'll save that for another story time. It was crazy. Who knew 8th and 7th grade could be so rough? But basically, when I went to freshman year, I had no friends. And that's what they don't tell you. When you leave a situation that's negative for you, sometimes you have to be by yourself. Sometimes you're gonna be under a rock, in the thick of it, sitting by yourself alone at lunch. And that is totally normal. That is more normal than you think. Sometimes your peace comes with trial and error. Luckily for me, the first week of school, I gave it my best shot and I made a friend. And me and her were friends all of freshman year. And it benefited me and her because she didn't have a lot of friends either and she needed somebody to talk to. Sophomore year came around and things were getting shaky. I didn't understand it. The friendship was kind of falling apart. We had no classes together. I had made like 1 million new friends and she had made 1 million new friends. And months later, I really looked back at the situation and I was like, okay, freshman year, you had no friends. You needed somebody and you guys had each other and you weren't alone. Now you have a whole bunch of people. You've changed, she's changed, and now you guys went your separate way. And so I can thankfully say I'm so happy that I met her in freshman year, that we were able to hang out, spend time together, be this close, and I see her doing amazing things. That's just a part of friendship. Sometimes not everything is going to be forever. Sometimes it's just in the moment when you need it. And for me, I like to say that's all in God, but for you, it's whatever you want to believe. Another thing with friendships is, another thing that I can really say about friendship, not being jealous when they make more friends. That's a big thing in high school as well. You're gonna meet so many people. If you're doing clubs and sports and everyone has different schedules, you're gonna meet all sorts of people who are from different friend groups. And they can be your friend and other people's friends. Like, I sometimes find myself or other people getting jealous when my friends hang out with other people. I'm like, why didn't you invite me? Or why wasn't this person who we usually hang out with invited? Or why aren't you coming? Or why aren't you texting me or talking back? All these different things would run through my mind and I would start to take that as an insecurity in myself. And I had to realize, Kaylee, you don't text people back all the time. You don't invite people all the time. They're just doing the same thing that everyone in this world does. So it's hard for us to see outside of ourselves and really look into other friendships and be like, okay, this is normal. And I need to calm down and take a chill pill and be like, okay, they can have more friends, because life, there's so much love to give out in this world. There's so many friendships, so many relationships, all these different things. It's amazing. Another thing about friendships is realizing when you're in high school when the friendship needs to end. If you're constantly around a group of boys or girls, whoever you are, going into high school, coming out of high school, in the middle of high school, if you're in a friendship that is toxic and draining you, I know it may seem scary at the end, because all these different things like, they've been my friend forever. Oh, they didn't really mean it that way. Oh, I understand. Oh, it's okay. Oh, and you're starting to normalize that in your own mind. That is not okay. You don't have to be mean to somebody or messy to someone or bossy to someone for you to get your mind across, for you to end a friendship. You don't have to stop being friends with them and start talking about them behind their back, or being disrespectful, or making rumors about them, or spreading their business when you guys are done being friends. You can respectfully and kindly say, hey, I know we've been friends for a long time, or just in general, start pulling back away from them. If they wonder why you're pulling back, you can give that explanation, but sometimes no explanation is needed, because when you'll really realize is while you were thinking about it this whole time, they had already pulled back away from you. They were already starting to make you disappear from their lives. These are all a part of high school, trial and error, trial and error. Some of the greatest friendships are going to come from high school. You're going to be friends with this person for years on end. And some of these people you're going to see every day, you're going to call them your greatest friends, and as soon as you walk off the stage, when you're graduating, you're going to slowly not talk to any of them again. You're not going to see any of them again. It'll be like a new chapter in your life, and that's totally okay too, because you're growing up, and you're going to have room for more people, more friends, more ideas, more space for creativity. What's something else about friendships? Let me think. Not being a pushover, which ties into peer pressure, which we have our own category for that, but we can just dive in a little into that. When you are in a situation like me where you had no friends and you went to having one friend and you wanted to keep that friend so hard, you might want to do anything to try to keep that friendship. You might do things that you never thought you would do, sneaking out, drugs, all these different things, sex. There's so many different things that people can do to want to fit in, to try to fit in. This ties in with our whole episode. Just be you. If you're just you, you will attract people who are just like you. And it will be more amazing than that friendship you're in where you're pretending to be someone you're not. Show your jokes, show your ideas, your laughter, your smile, the things you enjoy. If you love to sing, write, if you love to play sports, if you like football, if you like dancing, all these different things you will attract. I truly believe in the saying, you are who you hang around. And if you're pretending to be someone you're not, most likely that friend group is also pretending to be someone they're not. So you're all just a bunch of people pretending to be someone you're not, living under these fake scenarios, then going home and feeling bad about it as if you're in the closet. And you don't want that your whole high school life. High school for me, I'm trying to find out who I am, my style, so when I'm an adult, I'm not trying to figure that out and break bad habits that I've already built trying to fit in with random strangers. And college is probably going to be worse than high school. I don't know. For our next topic for today, we're talking about relationships in high school. And I have a special question that somebody asked me, and I really wanted to dive into that and just hit that one first. Everyone in high school wants a relationship. Everyone in high school wants a boyfriend, a girlfriend, wants whatever they want. They want a companion, someone who they can walk with in the hallways, hold hands, FaceTime, go on dates with, talk to, someone who's not just a friend. That is totally understandable. I've been there. Everyone's been there wanting a companion. It's easier for some people than it is for others. So I'm going to definitely dive into this. Let's get to the juicy. Anyways, the question that this person asked me is, if you have a crush on somebody, how do you subtly make it known to them? My genuine advice to anybody who wants to subtly make their crush known, don't subtly make their crush known. You have 4 years of high school, 4 years to live, 4 years to be a teenager, to not have to worry about bills, to not have to worry about kids, to not have to worry about any of these other things, just you. And what I'll say to that person is, go for it all out. Because if you constantly just, hi, or hey, or I like your bag, you're not really putting yourself out there, it's most likely never going to get done. I understand some of you guys are shy people. I'm a shy person. It might not seem like it. Some of the people watching this who know me, you might be like, no, you're not. But I can be at times. And the best thing to do is just go for it. Make yourself known. Make yourself stand out. Because when I say being bold and being like knowing your worth, that is the most attractive thing in this world, especially in high school when it's a body of people who don't know what they want, how to think for themselves. That is attractive and rare. So go for it. Put yourself out. You know your worth. You know how special you are. You know your talents you have to bring. Don't be shy. What's the worst thing that can happen? You get turned down. What if you never tried? Then you'll never know if you were going to get turned down. Maybe they liked you too. I hate when people are like, oh, I used to have a crush on you. And I'm like, really? Wow. But it's too late. I've moved on in life. I'm doing other things, talking to other people, seeing, experiencing in a whole relationship, all these different things. So it doesn't matter to me anymore. But that is my personal advice. Just go for it. You are an amazing person. Everyone has a gift or talent they can bring to a relationship. And you should just go for it. Like, that's attractive. And you'll feel better in the end. You might get turned down. Life happens. There's so many people in the world. There's so many fish in the sea. It's totally fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Another thing about relationships ties in with friendships. Ladies, I see it in us the most, unfortunately. Guys don't do this. They're going to prioritize their life outside of their relationship. We like to make them feel bad about playing the game, going to play basketball, going to do sports, all these different things. And we're like, OMG, I just want to be with you 24/7. And then we turn around and wonder why we have no friends anymore, why we've slowly fell out with this person, didn't want to hang out with this person, made time for our relationship more, because it's genuinely a fact that women prioritize their relationship more than anything in the world. And I don't think it's a bad thing, but I also don't think we're benefiting from it in some ways. And so when we're trying to force our man to get off the game, or come sit with me during lunch, or come walk with me in the hallways every single day, starts to create a pattern. But he's gonna take the time to, okay, I'm gonna go have some me time, I'm going to the gym. He's still making time for himself, while we're the ones in the situation who are, we want to do everything. We'll cancel for them. We'll get off calls for them. We'll start walking with them instead of our friends. We'll just prioritize them more. That is unhealthy. It may seem like, oh my gosh, I just love him so much in the beginning. But you have to take time for yourself. You have to prioritize yourself sometimes. You have to find something that you do just by yourself. You have to keep in touch with your friends, because when you leave that relationship, if you do, you're going to end up looking around and being like, where is everybody? And they're gone because you pushed them away. You didn't make time for them. You didn't show them that they were important. But the whole time you were trying to get him or get the guy, you were talking to them about it. And now you're just incognito. You're gone. That's not okay. I personally am someone, I was like, whose car is that? Trying to kidnap me. Anyways, I was like, where was I? Brain fart. I'm one of those women who do that. I get into a relationship and I slowly invite them to everything. I'll invite my partner to every single thing on this planet. I start pulling away from my friends. When he calls, I start not answering my friends. I start oh, I just want to stay on the phone with you all day. So I don't read, I don't write, I don't do the things I love. And I had to take this time in my high school experience to make adjustments for myself. And I would hope that if I get with someone, they'll help me with that. They'll remind me, hey, we've been talking all day. Don't you want to do something for yourself? And I'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. That's the kind of partner I want and have, and that's the kind of partner you need and want. Go for it, because that is something important to have in your partner. Somebody who is prioritizing themselves and reminds you to prioritize yourself, because the worst way this can go is you break up and it's harder to find yourself. You're lost. You don't know who you are. You don't know what to do without them. You don't do anything without talking to them or running it by them. And now you're on your own again. You feel empty. You feel lost. You feel like, what am I going to do with my life? You've turned around and all your friends are gone. Not gone, but that bond's not there anymore because they know you left them for some man or some guy or some girl or whoever they are. And that hurts. It really does. And I just think in high school, we need to stop doing that, or in general, middle school, high school. As you're learning, when you're growing up and being mature, you'll start to realize these things, remember these things. But just keep it in mind as you're venturing through your relationship. Something else that's really important in high school, the big 3-letter word, as we all know. I don't really have to say it out loud. Take your time to don't get peer pressured by anyone. Don't force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. Don't talk about it or don't listen to your friends about it. The best thing to do, I swear to you, depending on what parents you have, go to your parents, talk to them about it. Come to them with these concerns you have, with questions, because you're just asking other people who are also in high school about it, and that can lead to major things that you don't want. Going to your friends about, how do I kiss someone? How do I hug someone? How do I flirt with someone? Go to somebody who you know will give you good advice, who isn't using it as a escape. A lot of people in high school want to kiss and make out and do all these things that they're not ready for, just for some clout or to feel good about themselves. You never know what anybody's going through. So never compare yourself to, oh, this guy has a whole bunch of girlfriends, always making out with people, and I have no one. I've never done anything. I've never had my kiss or hugged or went to a party. Or girls who are like, oh, all these guys want to kiss on her. Maybe it's my body. Maybe it's how I talk, how I dress. No. Everyone goes on their own path, their own journey. Stick to your journey. Work on yourself. Work on what you enjoy. And good things come when you least expect it. OMG. Good things come when you least expect it. I cannot preach that enough. Good friendships, good relationships, good mentality. Lessons come when you don't expect it, but when you mostly need it. That's all I'm going to say about that topic. Another thing about relationships, let people enjoy their relationships. Sometimes, as individuals, we make jokes and we don't understand the effects of those jokes. I don't like to joke because somebody taught me that most jokes come with truth in them. I like to be funny. I like to make jokes, but don't make jokes that can cause somebody insecurities, make them feel bad about themselves, make them look back on it, then be the center of the joke all the time. It constantly does something to your mental, and I cannot stress that enough. When you are navigating through high school, you're going to see things that make you feel a little, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. When you're traveling through to your classrooms, when your friends have made relationships, don't make fun of them because they're in love, or they're always touchy, or they're always kissing, or they're always arguing. Your opinion does not matter on the relationship, so why share it, and why share it to a whole bunch of people who you've never talked to these people, you've never met this couple, you don't know what they're going through, you're just playing it by ear, you're playing the telephone game, saying what everyone else says so that you can fit in with the joke, so you can seem cool, and it's not nice, it's not cool, it's not attractive. Whatever you're trying to gain out of that, it's not working, so just stop doing it. Word of advice for high school. No one really likes the person who always talks smack. They just pretend to so they're not the next person to get talked about. Word of advice. Peer pressure. I think we already dabbled into that, but it can be easy in high school to want to be someone you're not so that you can fit in, so that you can look amazing, look like every other girl or guy, to be bigger, to work out more, to look more handsome, more pretty, more beautiful. Just be you. If you're in high school, you're ranging between the age of 14 to 18. You're still a teenager, you're still a kid. We're all gonna look back on our high school photos and be like, what was I wearing? What was I doing? What was I saying? But right now, these are the things we like, so that's okay. I know it's easy, as we all have like social media, YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, all these different things, to want to look at others and say, I don't look like this teenager. She's younger than me and I don't look like her. He's the same football team as me, but I don't look as good as him. Oh, we're both in robotics class, but why is he smarter than me? We're always comparing each other as humans. The best thing to do is take in, and if you see something, just compliment him. Say, oh, that's amazing. And then look at what you have. Look at the great things that you share. For a long time in high school, my biggest thing was I wanted to be pretty. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be thick. I wanted to be skinny. I wanted a big butt, small waist. I wanted long hair and long eyelashes. I wanted the best style. I wanted to be unique. I wanted to stand out. I wanted all the guys to like me. I wanted to be funny. I wanted the girls to ask me tips. I had this crazy idea of who I wanted to be, and I don't want to be that person anymore, but I did. And I had to realize I got tired of living a life that I did not enjoy. I got tired of being someone who I was not happy with. Like, I didn't enjoy being with those girls in middle school. I didn't enjoy wearing skinny jeans and crop tops. I didn't enjoy trying to wear all this clear lip gloss on my light-skinned body, which was not doing me any justice. I was just being somebody who I wasn't. And I remember in freshman year, I stopped being friends with those girls. I kind of started going on my own path, and I was like, there's nobody to impress. And I started stepping out of my comfort zone. I started trying new hairstyles. I started trying new shoes. I started, throwing away skinny jeans. Throwing away crops and all these different things. Until eventually, by the time I got to sophomore year, I was a whole different person. I dressed the way I want to dress. Baggy, fit, all types of ways. Some people still to this day, they tell me, oh, Kaylee, you dress different than other girls. Like, your style is different. And I'm like, that's okay. Because I love how I dress. I feel so comfortable and I feel pretty. And that's all that matters. You don't need the flashy things. You don't need expensive shoes. You don't need one pair of Jordans. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. It's great to do whatever you want to do, to wear those shoes you want to wear the glasses you want to wear, the belt, the hairstyle, the colors. I love to express myself through clothing. And I don't ever want to let someone take that away from me again. Fitting in. Doing the right thing you know and your heart is right when no one is watching. Now, we all are faced with different things. Like, when you get into high school, there's going to be people who judge you based on your beliefs, your religion, if you smoke, if you drink. I can say this to you on this video right now. I don't judge anybody who does anything. If you smoke, you drink in high school, you sneak out, I don't judge anybody. That's not my rightfulness to say. I've done bad things. Everyone's done things that we're all learning. I just want the people who have never smoked or drunk or snuck out and were always labeled as, oh, so you're just boring. That's the one thing that people always say to me when I tell them I don't do these things, that I've never done these things, never tried them. Oh, you must be a good girl. Oh, you must be boring. No, I'm just me. Imperfect and perfect in every way, because I'm not going to let somebody peer pressure me to do something that I don't want to do. In some people's situations, these people want to do these things, and that's totally fine. But never make you feel bad for what you're doing. And it goes the opposite. I've become friends with people who it's not easy for them to stop. It's not easy for them to put it down. You have to be able to have that empathy, to put yourself in other people's shoes. Don't make them feel bad about something that they've had trauma with. You never know what somebody's going through. So we should all be very mindful of that. And the next one, the last one, this is kind of a short video, is being your own unique you in every way. Just be you. It feels amazing when you live your life how you want to live it. When you date who you want to date, you dress how you want to dress, your friends who you want to be with, you eat what you want to eat, you work out how you want to work out, you know what's best for you, you're accepting the fact that you are going to look back in a year and you've changed so much, and then you're going to do it again freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year, and it's all going to go by so quick. You're going to think, wow, the person who I was in freshman year is not the person I was in senior year. Because it's been about 4 years, and that's pretty darn cool to me, and it's pretty normal in general. If you're someone who is afraid to do any of these things that I've said, you can go ahead and reach out to me in the comments. Just put your ideas and your beliefs. I hope that I was able to help you guys in any way and answer some of your questions. I want to say congratulations as we're going into a new year. This will be my junior year. Whatever grade you're going into, good luck. Make sure to stay on top of your grades. Make sure to stay on top of your mental. Make sure to just be who you want to be. Also understand that other people's opinions of you don't matter. Don't be afraid to reach out for help on any of these topics, and you'll really realize that you're not alone in this world, that these things are normalized. People all around you are worried about what people are thinking, worried if they have enough friends. If you actually just reach out to someone and say, hey, I miss you, what happened to our friendship? Or you reach out to that person you've been crushing on and say, hey, I kind of think I have a crush on you, genuinely. All of these things could go either way, but live life is all I want to say. Thank you so much for watching my latest YouTube video. I want to say thank you again. As you know, next Sunday at 6. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you haven't and this is the first video you're watching, go watch our last video, which was welcome to my channel. I did a question and answer about myself. I hope you guys aren't afraid to reach out in the comments and tell me some ideas that you have about this video, etc., etc. Have a great night and enjoy. Thank you so much.